Hey there, hey there. It is Template Thursday and I am here with our card sketch number 8. If you're following along in our fun series here, we are going through on our annual catalog. If you go to page 22, there is a basic card design page. And in that are 22 different card sketch templates that are meant to help us when we're creating, to spark our creativity, to give us ideas on how we can put different fun card layouts together. And so we are going through every Thursday, and I call it Template Thursday, and we are doing a different template from each of these. So I'm giving you the measurements and some examples and how to put it together and all the things. So today we are working on sketch number 8 in the catalog. And remember, I'm just saving all of these and keeping them in my pattern box. So it's easy for me to flip through, find the measurements, and not have, sticky notes all over the place, right? So if you need one of our annual catalogs and don't have a demonstrator, please feel free to message me. I'd be happy to send you one for free if you need one of these. So I'm excited to get started on today's template. We are going to need all our parts and pieces, so let me grab those so that you can get your screenshot ready. Here is the card base, so I'm just using a basic white card base. We're going to need calling it layer number 1, which is going to be our back layer, and we're going to need some pieces. So we're going to actually need 6 of these outside layer pieces. Let me get them all here so you can see them all. And then we're going to need 3 of our inside layer pieces. And actually, let me just go ahead and put these how they're going to be on there. So these 6 are one size, and then these are the other. And then we are going to need 1 banner piece. And then here's my sticky that I will put inside my template so that when I see it all put together, I will know, okay, these are the measurements that go with this card. It'll be in my box all ready to go. So go ahead and take a screenshot so that you can get all the parts and pieces and the measurements that we will need for today's card. Let me show you the example. I'm going to be using with this paper is the paper that I've been using this week, since we're kind of doing a little bit of a watercolor themed this week. This is that Full of Life designer series paper. I love the back sides of it because I really love all of these fun watercolor prints. And the front side of it has all these beautiful bright shape prints. So we're using a bit of both of those today. So that is our paper. Those are our measurements. The banner that I'm using is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and I love these banners. So that's the one I'm using today. It's the largest of those. Stylish Shapes is one of my favorite die sets. I'll be so sad when it retires because it is a beautiful basic set that really goes with everything. All right, and let's get started. So we're gonna take our card base and measurements and banner. We're not gonna need those right yet. I'm gonna bring in some liquid adhesive. Love my liquid adhesive. And we are just gonna go ahead, and I've already arranged these for us to save a bit of time, but when you're cutting, you're just gonna kind of arrange them before you adhere them, so that you can see kind of how do they all line up. So the way I like to do this is I like to just put glue on this kind of top half of my paper here. The paper's cut a bit shorter on purpose so that, just a hair really, so that you can line these up and so that your white paper does not show through. So we want these touching And we want it all the way to the top so there's no white showing. And then we want them touching corner to corner the whole way through. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add all of those. Easy, easy peasy, right? So that's kind of how I like to adhere those. And then I kind of do the same thing for the next row. You could glue the whole paper, but it's kind of a lot to glue the whole thing. So this way I have found to get less sticky by doing it this way. So you can see you could use all the same print. So I have seen this done with all of the exact same print, and you just kind of turn each piece. I loved it with all the different pattern options. So you can see I'm just scooching this up so that there's no seam here, right? All right, and then for the last row, the same thing. We're just gonna add our liquid adhesive. Grab our pieces and line them right up. This is a great way, well, all of our card sketch patterns really, but this is a great way to use up your scraps in a fun way. Okay, so now we have all of those beautiful designs. Isn't that pretty? When they're all together, we just have them glued to that base. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our card base here, and we're going to add some adhesive here. You can see there is a border, and that's on purpose just so that you don't have the backing showing through, right? Then we're going to adhere this. You could pop this layer up on dimensionals if you want. I kind of love it glued. And then we'll pop up the banner in our final card. All right, so there is our base. Then we'll take our banner here. For my pattern, I'm just gonna put it on with adhesive, but you can absolutely put it on with some dimensionals and pop that up. Let that sit. And that is our card sketch pattern number 8. If you've missed 1 through 7, feel free to go back and get all of those. All of the previous ones are on my blog at stampinqueenbee.com or on my YouTube channel in the Template Thursday playlist. Okay, so there is all of the measurements and the template, and of course I always love to show you a finished card using the template. So here is my finished card. You can see I changed the backing, the card base, so it opens this way. And it's Daffodil Delight, and then we've got our beautiful images. You can see the papers are different, so your background will look different with the different papers that you choose. And then I did my banner and I stamped my sentiment on it. I added, of course, some embellishments, and then I added some of those beautiful butterflies from yesterday's video. So if you missed it, these beautiful watercolor look butterflies are also using that full of life paper. And I think they're so pretty on all the projects. So I had to add a couple of those for today. So here is our finished card along with our template and the measurements. This is such a fun series to be going through all of these different card designs that the Stampin' Up! Artists have already created for us, and we can just follow along, make our patterns, and use them for inspiration in our crafting. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you guys soon.